You're going to rob these robots.
Well, that's what I always think about too. That is like always the first place my mind goes is just like, a couple of thugs just like knocking it over, like just trying to pull it open and see what they could get out of it. According to Zillow, 53% of U.S. homes lost value over the past year. Now, if you're wondering, wow, is that a lot? Anything else? Well, 53% is actually the highest share since 2012. At the same time, though, only a small share of homes are worth less than their previous sale price, indicating that recent declines and long-term outcomes differ. So, Larry, I know you had an opportunity to look over some of these figures. Thoughts? Surprise you at all?
I think there's still more to come here, personally, if you ask me what the future looks like. And while I'm saying that, didn't they say there's different opinions on this?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and this is interesting. Median increase in value since last sale, 67%. Homes valued below their last sale price, 4.1%. Right. So, and here's the other speech we give quite a bit. It's like, hey, if you bought between like March of 2022, when interest rates started to move, and present day, if you're considering reselling, in most cases, those home values are similar to what you paid.
Demoralizing.
A big L, because it costs money to sell houses, and it costs money to buy houses, and it costs money to own and update houses. So they're taking a large loss in most cases. So that's something to keep in mind if you are a seller and you bought between that 2022 and 2025 timeline or 2026 timeline. And it's not that it's a bad thing. This is when you buy a real estate asset, the goal is to hold for the long term. Real estate, by definition, is not like super liquid.
Yeah, it's not like day trading or something.
Right, exactly. It's not like buying a stock. You can't just like get in and get out super easy, cost free. All right, so South Florida just landed a nuclear energy headquarters, not a power plant, a future-facing startup betting on where talent, capital, and infrastructure are moving, which is exciting. The company's called Ampera, which kind of makes sense. Amps.
I get it. Oh, I got it. I was like, oh, it's clever. Very clever.
And they quietly chose Palm Beach Gardens for their global headquarters, signing a nearly 100,000 square foot lease before most people even knew its name. This is a signal about how real estate, energy demand, and tech growth are colliding in South Florida.
Yeah.
That's the headline.
Yeah.
And that's true. That's true.
Energy demands are like at an all-time high with all this AI stuff.
100%. 100%. So this is that, and that's the move. This is their headquarters. This is where they're going to be, facilitating paperwork and engineering designs and so on. That not the actual transporting the nuclear core in and out of the facility at night under armed guard and having a nuclear meltdown by accident. What's cool is, like, if you think about it, I don't know if this is their plan, but it's like, okay, you guys need over here at this facility, you need one nuke. You need one nuke. You need one nuke container. Okay, we'll send you one. Yeah. Okay, now you just added more. Okay, we'll send you another nuke container. And we just keep layering them on next to the facility. Wow. And we keep providing power, clean and safe, and not make a big deal about it where we need to put these things in Homestead or St. Lucie on the water next to military facilities where we have to just protect these things.
California, they're on the other side of the country, but the company's coming out here to launch a food delivery robot in Fort Lauderdale. So if you're thinking to yourself, my God, I can't wait to see robot delivery trucks going up and down Las Olas, well, your time may almost be here, because that's what they're doing. In fact, from what I was reading, that's kind of what attracted them to it, because they wanted to set up shop in a metro area that had, expanded walkways and stuff. Because if you've seen those little robot automated trucks, I mean, that's basically, I see like blooper videos where they get stuck all the time. I've never actually even seen one. I'm not downtown enough to see this stuff happening. But yeah, so this California company operates food delivery robots. They've expanded to Broward. Serve Robotics is the name, and they launched food delivery robots in Fort Lauderdale. Company plans to deploy 2,000 robots nationwide this year. So, yeah. Robos are taking over.
This is happening.
This is a publicly traded California company.
I'm gonna rob these robots.
Well, that's what I always think about too. That is like always the first place my mind goes. Is just like, you know, a couple of thugs just like knocking it over, like just trying to pull it open and see what they could get out of it.
Stephen Ross is planning to acquire the Ben Hotel for $190 million, which is in West Palm Beach. And you know, the question is here, well, why is he doing this? And
it actually, I mean, it makes sense considering that he's trying to
control.
Yeah. All right.
So
I mean, it makes sense.
Man, he is in control of some of the biggest assets in West Palm Beach, and what's exciting about this, and in my opinion, is like he's betting pretty big on this. So my guess is this is happening.
Oh, he's going all in. Yeah.
Whatever I mean by what's happening, I don't know. Like the growth of West Palm is likely to continue.
Yeah. It's different. I've said before. I mean, dude, it's like different every time I go up there.
And so this is where the Ben Hotel is, just for everyone's context.
Yeah, it looks over all those yachts, you know, the docks on the Intracoastal. I mean, if you've ever been to that rooftop bar, it is very nice, you know, overlooking all that. So you can see it already. You know, he's going to have some private parties or something, going to have all the, you know, billionaires that have moved in, and they're going to have all their nice boats stacked out there, and they're looking over it. It's a brilliant move. I get it. You know it's going to happen.
Yeah. It's solid. It's solid. I mean, it just fits the play. I mean, he's already in that space. He owns other hotels, right? This is one of the flagship hotels in the area.
Yeah,
and so it kind of connects. It kind of connects and controls that finance vibe, which is like, okay, we've developed and own a bunch of the office buildings in the area. And we still control them and rent them, lease them, whatever. And now we own some of the hotels because don't forget he owns what he operates. Let's see. So the Ben is 208 rooms, opened in 2020, which is relatively new.
Oh, I was gonna say, so that was like right after I got down here.
Oh, and here you go. It's downtown's only full service waterfront hotel. So it's unique
good
real estate.
I couldn't think of one. I was like, yeah, you got the.
It's unique real estate for sure.
Yeah.
Rooftop bar, as you mentioned, pool, event space, all the good stuff. Operates under Marriott. So what was I going to say here? Here we go. Existing footprint for Ross. City Place, okay.
Naturally.
Right, which is and the square, or / square. One Flagler, 25-story Class A waterfront office building. 360 Rosemary, another Class A office building. And by the way, fully occupied, fully leased by real firms like, I don't know, Goldman Sachs and you name it. So, you know, that like connection from New York City that Ross has from Related Group, whom started in New York City. The Hilton West Palm Beach, RH, I don't know, Restoration Hardware, right? That awesome building when you're coming in. So he's got that. Harriet Himmel Theater, One Clear Lake office building. We talked about that. They bought that recently, right?
Yeah.
And then he's got a bunch of stuff under construction, as we reported on, 2 30-plus story City Place office towers. So more coming there. South Flagler House, luxury condos, the Laurel rental residences.
I feel like I'm looking at a monopoly board of West Palm Beach, and it's like him and Jeff Green own everything.
So developer expands plan for massive data center in South Florida. And as you may or may not know, data centers can be a controversial thing, right? People don't necessarily like them next to their homes. So let's
it's just a big building.
That's my perspective.
It's just
but I don't live next to one.
If you've
so
ever seen a data center building, it looks like an office. Like you don't really, or you know, one of those like a more not a factory, but more a commercial, like
just
warehouse space. Yeah. I mean, I've been by data centers. I didn't even as a kid, and like I didn't even know what the heck it was, and I was like, oh, okay.
Let's talk about where it is.
Let's.
So if we zoom in on this, here's my thing about this.
I mean, it's like way out.
Okay, so that's right next to a power plant called Florida Power and Light West County. This is not a bad deal for FPL. I mean, they're literally going to have a service agreement direct to that data center. I wonder how much, I don't know, did it say how much energy it's going to pull off that thing? I mean, this is a lot of energy.
They probably don't even know yet.
This is wild. Yeah. 4-phase build out, 1.2 million square foot warehouse. Phase 2, 3 data center buildings totaling 357,000 square feet. Phase 3, 8 data center buildings totaling 1.15 million. And phase 3, 700 square feet more warehouse plus 284,000 feet of data centers. They're gonna knock it out.
Noise could operate in the 85 to 100 decibel range. I'm like, yeah, that is kind of loud. But at the same time, it's like, considering that all these homes are concrete construction builds, I mean, they seem to stave off noise better than, traditional wooden builds. So I don't know.
And again, you've had a power plant next to you, and
do they make that much noise? I haven't been around a lot of power plants.
If you're on site, you're wearing
oh, it's that loud?
Oh, for sure, 100%. If you're on site, you're wearing earplugs. There's no, like, you have to, or you're pulled off the site.
Oh,
and if you go that long enough, you'll be you'll have acute or long-term hearing loss. Exactly.
Ready to move on to Palm Beach, finally approving a new condo where it hasn't been in nearly 20 years.
Let's do it.
Palm Beach spent months saying maybe, and this week it finally said yes. So after months of revisions, hearings, and back and forth with town boards, Palm Beach officials granted initial approval to a 3-building oceanfront condominium project that replaces the aging Ambassador Hotel. So if you're a fan of the Ambassador Hotel, I'm sorry. I think it's gone. It marks first time in nearly 2 decades that a ground-up condominium project has been planned south of Sloan's Curve. It's an area that locals call Condominium Row. Town planners are already signaling that this approval could shape how the South End redevelops going forward.
Okay, so it's north of which?
That's the
Lucerne, so Lake Worth. Yep. So, yeah. Wow. Okay, and so what's unique about this, as they mentioned here, is that's all condos.
Yeah.
And over there, and now there will be a hotel. The underground garage, when the water table here in South Florida is like 1 foot below sea level, if you will, or 1 foot below the ground you were standing on, it's a real project. That's a real engineering feat. It's like a reverse pool they're building, right? Water must stay out, and there's water everywhere around it, which is crazy. And this is Miami-based OKO Group, which is led by Vlad, and we've seen these guys running around. And there's another guy involved, a London-based Kane International, a partnership involving 2 guys that most people don't know. So they purchased this property for it was 4.9 acres for $146 million in 2022, and hired OMA, a Studio Sofield, and Studio Sofield to design the project. Each building's top floor will include a penthouse. Okay. Pricing has not been released, but sources indicate prices could exceed $5,000 per square feet, which is
for a hotel in Lake Worth.
Yeah, that's the mission here. It's like, hey, this is close enough to Palm Beach that you should pay this price, right? That's the game.
So this home sold for $28 million. This was in 2021. 4 years later, Billionaire pays $65 million. Wow. Okay, then. If you were wondering, this is billionaire optometrist inventor Dr. Herbert Wertheim. Purchased recently renovated oceanfront mansion in Manalapan, because why not? $65 million. It's an 18,000 square foot estate at 1160 South Ocean Boulevard, which, as mentioned, sold for $28 million back in 2021. So that means it's more than doubling its value in 4 years. That makes a little more sense, because, not to get too far off topic, but I had just seen the Fox News host Sean Hannity, who had just bought a mansion in Manalapan for, I believe, $22 million. It's on the market now for 40-something. So yeah, people, for all the prices having been on the downtick, it seems like when it comes to those luxury ones, man, people are as optimistic as ever, and why not? The transaction here was recorded at $61.75 million on the deed, with the additional value attributed to furnishings and credits. So that brings the total price to roughly $3,400 per square foot. It's pretty good.
And one of the things about this type of real estate here, like in Manalapan, is you can see it there. When you buy that lot, you have oceanfront, and you have a place on the other end on the Intracoastal to dock your boat.